Hey everyone, welcome to Making Sense. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you stopping by. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. If you do me a huge favor, click the subscribe button down below. Like, comment, and or share this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Today, we're going to visit the house that Redolessence built, also known as Stephen, Navitus Parfums. Stay tuned. So I haven't even had a chance to open this discovery set that just came in tonight, but I was too excited to get my nose on the fragrances to wait any longer. So again, what we're looking at today is the house that Redolessence built, also known as Stephen from Redolessence, Navitus Parfums. Now, I can't see if this is coming in clear. I hope it is. I'm going to tilt it a little bit just in case it isn't. The presentation on this discovery set is really nice. I mean, the box is really nice. It's hard cardboard. There's a nice magnet in the front where it flips open here. You can see that. Nice connect. We're going to open the beast up right here. Oh, that's very nice looking. So you're sharing this experience with me. I have not opened this yet, other than taking out the plastic wrap to be ready to do this video. And I want to do this on my first shot, so I'm not going to do a retake. So hopefully this comes out nice and clear for you. Overall, now first off, I can smell the fragrance right now. Pretty strong. I'm not sure if it's 1, 2, 3 or more. I have no idea because I haven't had a chance to put these in my hand or to my nose yet. The overall mixture of what is coming out of this box right now, maybe there was some leakage or something like that. They are plastic sprayers, it looks like, in their caps. But that overall first impression of whatever is coming through is very nice. Just straightforward to you, very nice. Now I'm going to try to come over here to show a little bit easier. You can see on here, you have all the names of the fragrances. Hoping that's coming in clear. I believe it's Navus, Intimus, we'll run with that. Primas or Primas. You have Absolutio, Virtus, Imperium, and Luxuria. Steven, if I mess those up, it's okay. At least I bought the set to figure out which full bottles I want to buy. So we're going to go right into this. I'm going to go with the first one here, Navus. Now the bottles come out. There's a nice little foam inlay. I mean, it really is a very nice discovery set. It's the first discovery set I've ever received, other than I just received E.J. Wells for Happy Land perfume or Parfums. I'm looking forward to doing that one as well. So that's going to be coming around the corner. That just came in. Some great purchase prices. None of these were sent to me. I bought them all myself. So I'm going to try to get this in the view. I'm not sure if that's going to focus or not, but it has the name of the actual fragrance right there. Navus or Navus, whatever it might be called. The caps are plastic. Just a regular plastic cap. Little atomizer right there. This one here is nice and dry. I don't see any leakage. I don't know how full that's supposed to be, if it's supposed to be to the top or not. But either way, it's cool. I'll tell you right now, smelling out of the nozzle, I can smell something. Whether it's from this fragrance or not, let's find out. I'm going to spray it so you can see me spray this wonderful thing. Never been sprayed. First shot. And again, this is Navus or Navus. So, my first impression of this one, it's a very nice fragrance. Now, I didn't do any homework beforehand. I didn't pay attention to what the online reviews were from either Steven or from Carlos or from any of the other major reviewers that got their nose on this up front, because I really wanted to just take my own personal take on it, like I have with all my other videos, and share with you what my opinion is and what I see and what I find. Now, I don't know if this is right or wrong or whatever, but I get, it seems like a floral note. But what's funny is I get this other piece, and this is a compliment, I guess. It doesn't sound, it doesn't smell just like, I always say sound, that DJ thing comes out every time. But it doesn't smell to me just like this other fragrance I'm going to mention. But what I can carry over in the opening is a little tint of like Elysium in the cologne. I've never smelled the parfum, but the cologne in the blue bottle, there's something from this that's reminding me of that a little bit. Again, it's not like identical or even close to that. There's just something about this now that has a really cool scent, a really cool profile, and so does this one. Yeah, I don't even know what else. It's fresh. I don't know if it's citrusy or not. I smell more florals in this for some reason. I personally am not the biggest floral fan. Don't know why. Sometimes I am. I realize I love them. I'm like, wow, this is great. Realize it's considered a floral fragrance. I like green fragrances, but the floral side of like the really strong rose and things like that aren't always my favorite, but I always give them a chance. I always want to give it a try. So I'm going to let this one dry down. So that was Navus or Navus? Intimus. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. When you turn it this way, it looks funny. I hope that comes in focus. You can see it's on the side of the bottle, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to zoom in every time on each bottle because after a while that'll get a little crazy. You have an idea how the presentation is. There we go. First spray. So that was funny. This one at first pump sprayed. I don't know what the notes are in this yet at all to my nose even. But I will say right off the bat, this one right here, I definitely like better than Navus. Not that there's anything wrong with Navus, but there's something with like a, like I said, like a floral type note. This one here is very nice to me. It's like a sweet spicy mix. Not like a harsh spicy, not like a warm deep spicy, but almost like a bright, fresh spicy. Oh man, what is that? I don't know how to describe this fragrance exactly. I don't know of another one off the top of my head in my collection that I have that smells just like this. But when this dries down, I get a chance to smell it again. I'll make a decision at that point if I need to add this to my collection. As of right now, off of the original spray, this guy is definitely getting added to my collection. Like, I kind of want to wear this right now. Although I don't, for one simple reason. I have Roja Enigma on, and that stuff's, well, I'll leave that for another review. Yeah, whatever the heck this is, this Intimus, it's a sexy, sweet, I mean, this is a nice fragrance. I'm going to put this aside for right now, let it dry down a little bit. This one's going to be Primas or Primas, whichever way you want to say it. This time, like I said, I'm not going to hold it up in front of the camera. I'm just going to spray it. You can see it's never been sprayed until now. Whew. Alright, so this opens up with some sort of a crazy spice. I don't know if that's pepper, musk, something. I really don't know. The good part is, like I said, I didn't do a ton of research into this before I made this video. I want to really just give you an idea. I'm not going to go crazy into the major details other than how I feel about the fragrances and how strong they are, how not strong they are, or just off the bat. I'm going to let them dry down. I'm going to check them one more time really quick. So again, this is Primas or Primas. This has a really cool scent to it. I'm sorry I keep waving in my face, but I want to give you an honest feeling and or what my take is on this fragrance. It's definitely spicy, peppery, something like that. I think it's, as it's going to dry down, I can tell there's going to be some sort of woodiness to this. That might even be what's coming through with the spicy feeling. I don't know what's in there exactly, but to me, it's right now, it's kind of a cool fragrance. The original blast, the original spray was a little bit too strong for me personally, but that's also right after I just smelled Intimus, and that fragrance to me was fire. Hands down, if that smells good, I might stop this video when I'm done before I edit this video and order a bottle. This one here smells nice. It reminds me of something. Nothing direct. I don't know if it's smoky, spicy, woodsy. Oh, man, it's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. But the smell is nice. I don't think this is something I would wear all the time. Not sure. I want to dry down to get a better idea. That was Primas, whatever it might be called. The next one is going to be Absolutio. And we're going to spray this guy. Hopefully you have gotten some good insight so far. Oh, you saw that. It was never sprayed. That one was good. Some of these leaked a little bit before they got here. But that's okay. You know, it is what it is. They're plastic spray cap. I think it was $50 or so to get the set sent to me. Ooh. Alright, so this is a really cool scent to me. Absolutio. Alright, so this might be the one that people talk about. Reminds them of Baccarat Rouge 540. It doesn't smell, side by side they wouldn't smell the same. They're not the same fragrance. I mean, in my opinion, they're not. When this first sprayed, you could tell it had that vibe big time. That was what I was getting in my head. What I was trying to think of was like a Baccarat Rouge 540. It's brighter. It's not. Man, I might have to do a comparison at some point between these two. But it's... So a lot of people compare other fragrances to ones that are already out, because especially when they're a staple like Baccarat Rouge 540. To me, this one here is going to be Navitus's rendition of a fragrance like Baccarat Rouge 540. Again, I don't know the details behind these fragrances, what's exactly in them, what the mixtures are. I just want to go by what my nose says, and that's why I want to be as candid and raw with this as I could be with you. But yeah, Absolutio, off of the first spray, I like it. Now, I'm a huge fan of fragrances like Baccarat Rouge 540. I do like sweet fragrances. They smell good off of my skin. At least I've been told that before. So, and personally, I like just the way that they smell. They smell attractive to me. So we're going to give this one a chance once it dries down. All right, so this one here is leaking. Right out of the bottom, I pull the cap off. See how it's halfway or just above? It's on my fingers. So, kind of already got a little baby whiff of this guy. Let's give it a nice shake. Again, this one here is Virtus or Virtus or Virtus. Put that down for a moment. Okay, James and Russell from Outlaw Frags, like about a week or so ago, give or take, there was a live stream, and shout out guys, you always do an awesome job on that on your channel. I appreciate you. And actually, Stephen from Redolessence jumped on board there when they were doing the live stream and just chatted, got on board, talked about different stuff, and this fragrance was the one that came up. I believe that maybe Russell or James, one of those guys, had said something good about or talked about in general. This was the one that was being talked about first. So this is, I believe, the tobacco frag, or one of the tobacco frags. And this smells awesome. It really does to me. It doesn't remind me of any direct other tobacco fragrance I have in my collection off the bat. But if I sat there and lined up all my tobacco fragrances and put this one to my nose at the same time, maybe it would be a little bit closer and I'd have a better idea. But right now, I smell tobacco, starts to get a little bit fresher. I want to let that dry down a little bit. But as of right now, Virtus or whatever the heck it's really called, that one smells very nice. That's a nice tobacco frag. I definitely think it's tobacco. And if it's not, that's what it smells like to me. So it's tobacco in my opinion. The next one, Oud Imperium. Oud Imperium. If I'm ruining the names too, hey, at least I'm buying the fragrances, and I'll probably continue to buy them depending on which ones I decide to add to my collection fully. Okay. You saw my face? I don't know what this reminds me of, but I like it. Oud Imperium. Wow. Okay, some ouds like stanky, ganky, gross, not really the nicest smell unless you're really just into the creation side of it. This is not like that. This is like really bright, really fresh. It's actually drying my mouth out, which is very weird. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. But this is really cool. And if you've watched my channel in the past, I've used the reference to make my nose tingle in a sense. This doesn't do the ambroxan tingle that I talk about, that I get from some different fragrances. But it does this really cool effect. Almost like, this is a compliment. So, creators or any of the perfumers watching this, to me this is a big compliment. Xerjoff Kobe. This one has a really cool effect on my nose. I want to make sure I'm not crazy. Okay. So, and no, they don't smell alike. They're not the same fragrance. But that same like little tingle and effect that Kobe has for me, which I have a lot of affection for Kobe. It's probably, to me, my favorite fragrance from Xerjoff that I put my nose to just yet. There's a lot of them out there I haven't tested yet, but for me, that's the one. And for this to remind me of that somehow, some way, it's pretty awesome. This is a really bright fragrance. It's not thick. It's not like dark in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. It's really light, fresh, woodsy. If that's the oud smell that I smell in there, that's just a really, really nice, sweet smell. Not like candy sweet, not like baked good sweets or nothing like that. This would be an amazing candle. Never mind fragrance in general, right? All right, so that's Oud Imperium. So this is Oud Luxuria. Okay. This one's very strong. Like when I did the waving thing, too much in my face. This smells super floral to me. Unless that's the oud kicking through on this one, but this one's probably the most niche smelling fragrance out of the line, in my opinion so far. This one's boisterous, loud, but not obnoxiously loud. Just really thick and rich, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. This needs to dry down to get a better idea of what it really is going to smell like in the end. This is Oud Luxuria. And that might be the oud I smell, but the rose or the floral is really strong on this one. We're going to get back to these in just a minute or two. All right, time for the dry down. So we're going to do this one a little bit quicker. The other half was a little prolonged because, not for nothing, but as a fragrance enthusiast, you're kind of excited to smell new fragrances, especially when you see someone you've been watching going through, growing over the years through YouTube or any type of media, and get to the point of actually releasing their own fragrance. Accolades to you. You get my applause, Redolessence and or Steven, for coming out and taking a chance to do something you really wanted to do. I can definitely appreciate that. It takes a lot to take the first step forward. You took the steps and you just kept on going till you got the final product. So congratulations on that. We're gonna do the dry downs now. Hopefully I enjoy these. If I don't, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll tell you straightforward, which I think you'd appreciate either way, because as we know, fragrance is up to each person's nose that gets a chance to put their nose on a fragrance. So they may love it, they might hate it, but the next person may love and hate the opposite fragrances altogether, or may love them all. Let's see how they smell after they've had a chance to dry down a little bit on the pieces of paper, and we'll see where it goes. The first one up is Navus or Navus, whatever it might be called. So this one here definitely has the vibe of Elysium, the cologne anyways. Like I said, I haven't smelled the parfum myself, but whenever I smell this, I mean, not for nothing, if you're aiming to be in the wheelhouse of an extremely popular and or very well selling fragrance that is loved by the community pretty much, then that's a smart target audience for your fragrance. You're not going to build a fragrance that's going towards something that everyone hates. Sometimes you might build something totally raw, out of this world, like Victor, I believe his name is, the perfumer and or owner of Zoologist, just a different type of a realm of a fragrance all around. This one here, mind you, Navus, does not smell just like Elysium. That's not what I'm trying to say, and not by any way, shape, or form. There is a little piece of it that when I smell it, it reminds me of, and this, you might not get this, and this might not remind you at all, but when I have Elysium on or I spray it and I smell it, I somehow get this background of like fruity pebbles. I don't know if anyone else ever gets that, if there's anything similar to that to you. I really don't know why, but that's something it reminds me of. With all of us in our scent stories, we've talked about it before. They bring back memories. You relate them to something for some reason. That's what Elysium does to me, is it reminds me of fruity pebbles. So not for nothing, even if I didn't like the fragrance, I'd probably still like it because almost everyone likes the smell of fruity pebbles. Run with that. This has that same vibe. Again, there's something in there that's making my nose tingle just a bit. That the dry down I think I like better than the opening, which is kind of cool. I think I said I like the opening, and again, I'm not taking notes. I'm just talking from what I experience right now in front of my camera. So yeah, it's a nice fragrance. It's in the Elysium realm. If you like Elysium or something like that, I definitely say get your nose in Navus, whether it's this discovery set or if you get a sample from somebody else, or if you buy the bottle. I don't think you'd be hurting there. But again, if you like Elysium, in my opinion, it's in that realm. Intimus. Okay, so the opening on this and the dry down, right in the same realm. I don't know what this is. I don't know why, but I need this in my collection. So I'll probably be buying a bottle of this right when I get off. There's just something about this. Excuse me. It just smells good. I mean, to me it does. I'll get a better wearing of it and give a full review once I get the full bottle, and probably to give a presentation video, things like that. But Intimus, to me, this could be an everyday wear. If you want it to be something like that, I could definitely see it being for an intimate setting. I don't know how much the dry down's going to fade a bit, how the projection, all that kind of stuff will be. But to me, Intimus, if you like my taste and what I've told you in the past, that might be one for you to try out even more. All right, let's move on to Primas or Primas. Okay. So on the dry down, this becomes darker, a little bit richer, deeper. There's definitely a woodsy note or something in here. I don't really know what that is. It's this would not be as mass appealing as the last two, in my opinion. This could be more of the creative fragrance. Kind of like I said, the last of the oud ones was more of the niche fragrance. This one, the dry down, reminds me of something. I just don't remember what. If you've ever tried Tom Ford Anthracite or Tom Ford Nior Anthracite, that has like this dark, like metallic type, or almost like gravel or stone, or there's just something to it with the scent profile on that one. On the dry down of this one, it reminds me more of that. Not that exact fragrance, but that type of a fragrance. It's not bright, not cheery, although it's not like rich and dark like a boozy fragrance or something like that to me. It's still more fresh than that, but it's not like bright and fresh anymore, if it even was at first. I don't know, this is a pretty rich fragrance. Again, Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, not that they smell alike, and it's funny because it has fresh nuances in there, so it's not like it's just like I said, like sugar sweet or gourmand. Not a gourmand in any way, shape, or form. And this on skin might be one of those that with your body chemistry and DNA kicking in might turn this into a totally different fragrance, because there's just something different about this one. I don't know what it is, but so far, the next one to check out is going to be Absolutio's Dry Down. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, Navus, that would be, in my opinion, a fragrance in the category of Elysium or something like that. which again is a very big compliment because that is such a well-known fragrance from a major perfumer and or company, that this one here, Absolutio, is definitely in the same wheelhouse as a Baccarat Rouge 540. But you know what's cool about this one is it's like a Baccarat Rouge 540, yet different enough that being a fan of Baccarat Rouge 540, I would want this in my collection as well. This one here is going to be on my most likely to purchase list as well. I still think Intimus is going to get my purchase first because I own Baccarat Rouge 540 and I don't know of another fragrance like Intimus that I have in my collection. So being that I like the original spray and the dry down so much on that one, that's still going to be my number one in this list. And this is a very close second. But again, not that this smells just like Baccarat Rouge 540. I wear that a lot, so it's really fresh in my mind. I don't need to really test it too much to figure out the difference and how close it is. Actually, there's a little bottle right here. Boom! Let's pop the top out for a second. Yeah, so what I was thinking is about right. And again, I have to do a full comparison down the line to give it the best, description and true wearing. But oh, my nose is tingling. It's a lot of fragrances, if you haven't noticed. This has some added spice to it. Not a bad thing. It almost kind of like, so with Baccarat Rouge 540, when you smell it a long time, you kind of become numb to it. This one here, and you could come the same way to this. I'm not sure because I haven't had a chance to really smell it too long. You've been here with me on this journey so far for this exact discovery set. But there's like almost an added spiciness that keeps refreshing that sweet cotton candy style or whatever that exact, those attributes are. But to me, Absolutio, I like it. It's a nice fragrance. All right, so the next one is going to be Redolessence. Definitely a tobacco fragrance, but like a nice, sweet, fresh tobacco. So not super heavy cherry tobacco, not like that. If you're a fan of tobacco fragrances that seem just like a little bit of a like fresh tobacco, not even burnt tobacco, just the fresh tobacco itself, whether it's packed in a bag, someone opened the bag, along with a little bit of the normal cologne or perfume mixture. I don't know how to describe that any more than just normal cologne and perfume. Could be the way the alcohol kicks in and some of the other additives, I'm not sure. But this one here is a very nice fragrance. Before I got any of these other ones on my nose, this was the one I thought in my mind I would be getting first. Yeah, that's a really nice fragrance. I don't really have much more to say than that. It's a tobacco fragrance. It smells very nice. All right, we're down to the last two. These are the two oud fragrances in the Discovery set, and for now in the collection itself. This one here, Oud Imperium. So we're gonna go for the dry down. Yeah, this is a nice fragrance. I think I referenced this to Kobe when I first was reading off the beginning portions. I don't get that smell anymore. Whatever that thing was I had in there that I liked about it from Kobe, I don't get it anymore, but it's more of its own fragrance now. For an oud fragrance, this is really nice. This could even be mass appealing in my opinion. Now, again, off body chemistry, it could definitely be different. But Oud Imperium, this is a really nice fragrance. And I like oud in certain fragrances. Other ones, I dislike it a lot because it has this weird stank about it that doesn't always get my nose, feeling good about it. This one here, Oud Imperium, it's a nice fragrance. I personally really enjoy this one. The final fragrance we're going to go after the dry down today is Oud Luxuria. Okay, so this still has a very strong floral note. It's a very pretty fragrance, if that makes any sense to you at all. It's not something I would want to smell off of my personal, my body myself. It's not something I would want to smell all day in a strong amount. This is still projecting like I just sprayed it just a second ago. So it's just as strong as the opening was, and it's been like 15 to 20 minutes, give or take. I mean, it's very, very pretty. it's a very nice rose scent or floral or something. Not something I want to smell all the time. It smells like something maybe my wife would use as a candle or possibly even a perfume for herself, which, you know, with her body chemistry, this could be an amazing scent. With mine, it's just one I wouldn't want to smell myself all day. But I also like to smell the fragrances that I'm personally wearing to enjoy them myself while I'm wearing them. And whenever there's a big floral or a flower note, it's not always my favorite. Maybe it's because when I was younger, I had a lot of allergies to different types of flowers and things like that, or at least I was told I did. Who knows? But beautiful fragrance. Very nice, very pretty. If you're a floral fan, this could absolutely be for you. This is strong as heck too. I mean, if I'm waving this full arm length away, I can smell it fanning over towards me. My nose is like on fire right now. But that would be Oud Luxuria. If you're into florals, you'll probably like that one. If you're not, you might not. Now that's a wrap for my review on the Discovery set from Navitus Parfums. Personally, I had a really nice time and a good experience going through these parfums, getting my nose on each and every one of them, and I was honestly really excited about getting this set in. The set cost somewhere like 50 to 60 bucks. Wasn't anything crazy. I got a good chance to get all these little samples. I think they're 3 ml. A couple of them did leak, so there was a little bit missing there. I'm not exactly sure if there's a better way to seal them or something like that, but for me, I really just wanted to get my nose on these, so this was absolutely the best way to do that. Steven, first off, congratulations, man. I might have said it earlier in the video, but I'm going to say it again. Hats off to you. Some people have dreams, don't ever go for them or reach for them to accomplish them. The biggest and hardest part of going for and or after a dream is taking the first step, taking the risk. You did that. Hats off to you, man. This is a reality. So congratulations, man. I appreciate the fact that just from starting out, you know, with a passion for perfume and fragrances, that you turned it into a company that you were able to go the next level and create something of your own, where you were the person that was involved with each and every step of it to get it to this level here. The box, the presentation, class, all around. So again, really nice job there. For everyone else watching this, hopefully you get your nose on these fragrances as well. I'm going to give you my personal review here. I'm going to try to read them from here, let you know my order of preference here. Number 1, Intimus. Number 2, I thought about it a little bit more in between. We're going to go with Absolutio. Number 3 is a tie between Oud Imperium and Virtus. Then, now it gets rough. You have Navus, you have Primas or Primas, and Oud Luxuria. I didn't dislike any of these fragrances other than the floral side of Oud Luxuria, and whatever that richness is in Primas or Primas wasn't my favorite, not something I would see as an everyday scent, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't go back to it and give it a wearing to try, which I will do off of this Discovery set, because in reality, the part of the discovery is discovering if you like it, dislike it, or how it works for you. I really appreciate each and every one of you stopping by my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by Making Sense. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button down below. Like, comment, and or share this video. That'd be greatly appreciated in every single way. If you've had a chance to get your nose on any of these fragrances, down in the comments down below, let me know what you think about them. Let me know if you've bought a bottle, if you're planning on buying a bottle, if you're thinking of possibly getting the Discovery set, if you have it on the way already. Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I want to hear all about it. I don't really like negativity too much, but I want to know what you think about these fragrances and how you personally took them during your fragrance journey. Now again, one more time, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.